What's up, everyone, and welcome to Truth Click Media. Tonight, as y'all know, tonight I'm going to be talking about World War III. Well, actually, I'm going to give y'all an update on World War III. But hold on, let me share my screen right quick. Oh, wait, I haven't done the traditional shout outs. I like to send a shout out to all my homies. I like to send a shout out to my boy Wayne. I like to send a shout out to Jordan and Joey. I like to send a shout out to Darius and everyone else at the Truth Click that supports what we do. But now that that's out of the way, I could get into this episode. Well, this live stream, anyways. Well, I could kind of say it's an episode, whatever the fuck, But anyways, I'm going to get into this live stream right quick, and I'm going to share my screen and show you what I have for my gematria decode as far as the Heather O'Rourke thing goes. For those of you who have been paying attention to my channel, you would know that I've been working on the Heather O'Rourke gematria decode, as well as my boy Gematria is in the details. Haven't heard from him in a couple of days. I sent him a message to let him know that I was going to be live tonight or whatever, but now that I had got that said, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to share my screen and show you what I got so far. For those of you new to my channel, I'm going to even read what I have so far and show you what I have. All right, I'm going to share my screen. I'm not going to be sharing no audio, but I'm going to share my screen. Don't worry, I am going to be talking about the World War III subject. I figure I'd save that for last, Okay, now as you can see, I've been working on the Heather O'Rourke gematria decode. I worked a little bit on it before I started the live stream. I haven't really been working on it too much. Now, as you can see, Heather O'Rourke, I believe, was taken by the numbers. That's my introduction into the gematria decode for Heather O'Rourke. I state that Heather O'Rourke was born Heather Michelle O'Rourke in San Diego, California, on December 27th, 1975. As you can see, Heather's name by itself and San Diego has a full reduction of 38 in gematria. Heather O'Rourke's full name has a full reduction of 115 and a reverse full reduction of 110. Heather O'Rourke died exactly 12 years and 1 month. She was exactly 12 years and 1 month old when she died. 121. 121 is a blood sacrifice. Blood sacrifice has an English ordinal 121. Heather's character's name was in Poltergeist. Let me start that over again. Heather's name, character Carol Ann's name was said in Poltergeist a total of 121 times. If you type in Carol Ann, you'll get an English ordinal of 83 and a full reduction of 38. And of course, 38 is a number for death, murder. Heather O'Rourke's character's full name, Carol Ann Freeling, has a reverse full reduction of 93. Shout out to my boy Gematria in the details because he made this fine and I didn't. But still a shout out to him anyways. But it says, but this is what I got. Heather O'Rourke. Heather was born in 1975 and she died at the age of 12. And if you type in the word 12, it has a reverse ordinal of 75, the exact year that Heather O'Rourke was born. And for those of you new to the channel and have been paying attention, I have come up with the fact that Heather O'Rourke was born on a date with 61 numerology, and she died on a day, leaving 334 days out of the year. And she actually was born on a day that left 4 days out of the year. But now let me continue. I already established the fact that she's known for her work in Poltergeist. The first Poltergeist movie came out June 4th, 1982. A date numbered 6-4 1982. Also a date with 30 numerology. Steven Spielberg was born on a date with 32 numerology. Born December 18th, 1946. Steven Spielberg has a full reverse. His full name has a full reduction of 83 and a full reduction of 115. As you can see, Stephen Allen Spielberg, his full name has that full reduction of 83 and that full reverse reduction of 115. Heather Michelle O'Rourke, her full name, Heather O'Rourke, has a full reduction of 115 in her name. I gotta update this, but Steven Spielberg was exactly 35 years, 5 months, 2 weeks, and 3 days old when Poltergeist was first released. Poltergeist has that full reduction of 56 and that reverse full reduction of 61. Of course, Heather O'Rourke was born on a date with 61 numerology. Heather was exactly 6 years, 5 months, 1 week, and 1 day old when the Poltergeist was first released. I just had to do that. I just had to go over this. Now, this is an update to my Gematria ID code for Heather O'Rourke. For those of you that have been following my channel and following Gematria is in the details, then you would know that we've been covering this, but this one's a new one. Dominique Dunn is another actress from the Poltergeist movies who died, but she was only in Poltergeist because she died after the movie was made. She was only in the first Poltergeist movie because she died after the movie was made. Okay, Dominique Dunn was born on a date with 31 numerology. And on a day leaving 38 days out of the year. 38 days in the year. She was exactly 22 years, 11 months, and 12 days old. And she died 346 days after her 22nd birthday. When you type in 12 as a word, it has a reverse ordinal of 42. That's a number that's been discussed a lot within the Gematria community, especially with my boy Gematria is in the details, and Zach over at Gematria Effects News, and several other people that I can name off, but I'm not going to name right now because there's a lot, and I'm subscribed to their channels too. Now, I typed in Dominique Dunn, the other character who died after the release of Poltergeist. She was an actress during the Poltergeist movies. And if you look at this, you notice that Dominique Dunn has a full reduction of 75. She has a full reduction of 75, and she has a reverse full reduction of 69, just like Saturn is 69. And also her full name, Dominique Ellen Dunn, has that full reduction of 96. It's just an upside down 69. And then she has that full reduction, that reverse full reduction of 93. And back to Saturn. Saturn has an English ordinal of 93. Dominique Ellen Dunn has a reverse full reduction of 93. Dominique Ellen Dunn also has a full reduction of 96, as well as Dominique Dunn by herself has a reverse full reduction of 69, and Saturn has a reverse ordinal of 69. And it's I don't know if you noticed, but also 75 is the year that Heather O'Rourke was born. Okay, now I did matching ciphers with Dominique Dunn's full name and her first and last name. Now, as you can see, they all have her full name has a full reduction of 96, like I already went over, and her character's name has an English ordinal, Dana Freeling, I believe that's the name of the character she played in Poltergeist, the first movie, has a English ordinal of 96, and also has a reverse full reduction of 66. I also got to continue that. I just wanted to show you all what I had so far. And also, Strangulation has a full reduction of 54. Jesuit, I believe. Or I think Jesuit Order is 54. I knew I would have to go check this right quick. Hold on. That's why I had this out. That's why I had this tab open. Oh shit! I'm not supposed to do that, but anyway, Jesuit Order. Yep, Jesuit Order is 54. In the full reduction cipher. So definitely I might have to update that while I'm doing this live stream. Jesuit Order is 54. We already established the fact that Strangulation has a full reduction of 54, of course. And let me go back to this decode right quick. Oh, I was just thinking, y'all. I was just thinking right quick. I also got to take a screenshot of that. Let me zoom in for y'all right quick. Not too close, but yeah, I need to take a screenshot of this. All right, I got it in view. I should go to edit. Basically, all I have to do is just hit paste, and that cipher shows up. But yeah, I knew I was going to have to use the gematria calculator. I haven't really worked on this other gematria decode, but I've been compelled to do it, but I haven't really worked on it too much. I think I'll save it for a time where gematria is in the details, is live with me, and then we'll do it from there. We'll do the live stream from there, you know. Now this is the decode that I want to work on. Well, it's probably safe to say that she is dead. So I'm going to just go ahead and edit that title, the title of the decode. I have reason to believe and suspect that she's dead, so we're going to roll with that. Found some interesting ciphers, though. Avril Lavigne was born Avril Ramona Lavigne on September 27th, 1984, in Belleville, Ontario, Canada. Avril Lavigne started singing it when she was 10 years old. I somewhat went into it. Avril Lavigne was exactly 17 years, 8 months, 1 week, and 1 day old when her album Let Go came out. And she was 250 days old after her 17th birthday. Let that be established. She was born on a date with 30 numerology and on a day with 95 days left in the year. See right there? That's the proof right there. See the 30 numerology. Even though, actually, I'm wrong on that. She was actually born on a date with 58 numerology, not a date with 30 numerology. No, wait. Let me, no, she was born on a date with 40 numerology. You have to count each digit of that date. Each digit, like, say, like, she's born September 27th, 1984, right? So you have to count the 9 plus, you have to do it like this: 9 plus 2 plus 7 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 4 equals 40, right? So she was born on a date with 40 numerology, so I'm going to have to correct that. Oh, I was just 1 digit off, but we all make mistakes. I haven't really discussed this, but 75 is a big number, especially in numerology. It's a big number. As you can see, I mess around with the ciphers. I might have to edit this one right here. But I noticed this right here, the 38. That's why I say she's dead. She's got that reverse full reduction of 38, and 38 is always associated with death, murder, killing. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just like I said, I knew I was going to have to use this again. Let's go back. Don't worry, I'll get into the World War III thing. I just figure I'd save the best for last, you know. You got murder, right? Murder has a full reduction of 38. Hold on, let me get rid of the basics. Actually, I don't think I have to get rid of the basic ciphers. I just get rid of the English ordinal and full reduction, and then I close that cipher and hit that in. You know, bam. You got murder with an 83 and 38. You got death. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna have to use the basics, the four base ciphers, because it's always associated. See how it's always connected? You got the 38 right there. Let's type in Levine, as in Avril Lavigne's name, Levine. Levine's got that 38 cipher. Actually, I think I just have to take out the full reduction and screenshot it. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Yeah, y'all are watching me update this. I'm going to go over it later. I'm not going to go over it on the live stream right now, but I'm going to go over it later. Where was I going to put it? Like, I'm going to put it like right under here. I know what I need to talk. I know what I need to type about this. Yeah, as you can see, Levine has a reverse full reduction of 38, as well as murder has a full reduction of 38, and death has a English ordinal of 38, and murder has a reverse ordinal of 83. Yeah, but let me look back at some of the stuff I have so far. As you can see, that this is my this is all my documents right here. I was meaning to work on the Bob Saget one. I'm gonna do that at some point. I'm gonna do that at some point. Trust me. Also, I'm gonna work on the Robin Williams one. I'm gonna work on the Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit decode, Owen Hart's decode, because I am a wrestling fan. I did like to watch a lot of WWE back in the day, back when it was WWF. I'm pretty sure people know what I'm talking about. This one, this one is going to be a long one. That's why I'm trying to ask my boy Gematria is in the details to help me. If I knew more people that would actually work, well, would not work for a price anyways, I would ask them to help me work on this with me, because I'm trying to get it done myself. Yeah, that's my gematria decode on Bill Gates. I'm not finished with it though, and I got my boy Gematria is in the details helping me with that. I don't know why I get these strange messages from people. I can't make sense of what they're saying, but it's whatever. I'm just trying to find means to kill time. I think I need to pull up another tab though. Shit. No, what do I need to look at? Shoot, I don't know. I'll probably go over to Teespring right quick. Yeah, as you can see, I got my merchandise up on here. When I said I created a girl shirt, they took it down. I apologize if anyone thought I was misleading them, but yeah, they took that shirt down. I got a kid's shirt, anyways. I got a shirt for kids. Your kids could sport the brand, just like I'm wearing, but you get them in different colors. They don't just come in purple, they come in different colors. But I am trying to make more merchandise. My goal is to make stickers next, and then make more shirts, and then probably coffee mug as well. Probably no logos actually. I think the women's leggings should have logos on them. I'll try to put logos on other things, but I can only do so much. But yeah, I'll show y'all a closer look at the store. I'll show you what I got at the store. This is not all I'm gonna have. I am gonna come out with more stuff. But yeah, this is the shirt I have. And you got the jogging pants. You got the women's leggings. That's ridiculous, man. It's still ridiculous for a damn pair of pants. They wanted to charge about $50 for these, but I dropped the price down the best I could. I dropped it down as low as I could drop it in order for me to sell it. And then you got this G Wayne shirt, my boy's name, and you got my shirt right here. My name's on it, Mar- Marvin and G Wayne as Truth Click. That's the shirt I'm gonna buy next. This one right here, I'm gonna buy this shirt next because I'm already sporting my other shirt. I'm already sporting the Truth Click shirt. I just need to come out with more merchandise and support my brand. And let me add this to my bookmark because a lot of times really, I really be trying to show my merchandise. I have a freaking Patreon account, but I don't encourage donations. I don't encourage donations. But yeah, we got Truth Click store. Let me see if I can find it. It's here somewhere. Patreon. Oh, it's way up here. Like I'm saying, you don't have to donate. I would appreciate it if you didn't. Because it's not why I do it, you know. But this is my Patreon. This is the Truth Click Patreon. You can support us if you want to. You don't have to. And yeah, I was doing that gematria decode for Avril Lavigne. That I am gonna fully decode at some point in time. You can see my live streams happening right now if you're viewing it. I'm gonna be coming out with more live streams in the near future. This is where you're gonna find my live streams, or you could subscribe to the channel. I'll show you another place where you could check us out. We got Facebook. For those of you new to the channel, we got a Facebook right here, the Truth Click. That's the group name that me and my boy came up with, and I branched off from the Truth Click. I expanded Truth Click into its own independent news outlet, or whatever you want to call it. I'll show you another page I got on here. You got the Truth Click, right? And then you got Truth Click Media. We're up to 19 likes and 20 follows, which I gotta give you props. I gotta give a shout out to everybody on Facebook on that, you know. Right here on the Facebook page, you can see I shared this live stream. I don't know how many people are actually going to come out to support it, but if you are watching, it's going pretty good. In my opinion, it's going pretty good. And I got a message from a friend of mine. Hold on, I gotta check this. I don't mean to. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen and go ahead and check this so you guys can't see what's being shown to me. Oh, it's just a picture she sent me. But yeah, I got a new message from someone too. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just quickly checking my friend's request right quick. I get a lot of random friends requests, mostly from people I don't know and mostly from people that are truthers. I think are truthers, but I'm not exactly sure if they are truthers. What the fuck does VOM red mean? I don't know what that means, dude. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this comment right here and I'm responding to that. I don't know what that means actually. But yeah, I haven't been talking about Ritual 56, the C word, the COVID word, because that's a touchy subject around here. You know how YouTube is. I took the time to check out some of Neo the Hacker's videos on YouTube. I do like his content. He does some pretty good work. I like his content. I really do. And I'm liking the watermark I put up so far. If you like the watermark I got up here, just understand that I made that. I made that watermark. Just in case I have to play any videos, I'm going to share the system audio as well. Because I figured out why my audio wasn't working in my live stream. Hold on, I'm about to read this article. It's about World War III. I'm about to read this article with y'all. I'm about to read it. Russia-Ukraine crisis. Biden Putin talk yield breakthrough. The U.S. promises a swift response if Russia invades Ukraine, with Kremlin denounces U.S. peak hysteria. This is from February 12th, 2022. If I can find it, I think I might have to click on that article. Yeah, I have to click on it. I feel like a dumbass. Yeah. This is a reliable source. I've heard about this website before. As you can see, conflict is rising. Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Joe Biden have spoken about Russia's military buildup, but the 1-hour call ended without a breakthrough. The White House has insisted that Moscow faces swift and severe costs if it pushes ahead with aggression. While the Kremlin has announced the United States peak hysteria surrounding the Ukraine conflict, if Russia undertakes a further invasion of Ukraine, the United States, together with our allies and partners, will respond decisively and impose swift and severe costs on Russia, Biden told Putin, according to a White House press release. Let me go down. The U.S. was prepared to engage in diplomacy. We are equally prepared for other scenarios, Biden said as the two nations stared down at the gravest crisis in East-West relations since the Cold War. The Kremlin said Putin told Biden Washington has failed to take Russia's main concerns into account, and it had received no substantial answer on critical elements, including NATO's expansion and the deployment of offensive forces to Ukraine. Putin had slammed Western claims of an imminent military threat, calling the idea provocative speculation. If I'm pronouncing that word right, provocative speculation that could lead to a conflict in the ex-Soviet country, according to a Russian readout, of a call with French President Emmanuel Macron. Macron, I believe his name is. Now, there's a video right here. I'm going to play that for y'all. It's about 1 minute, 58 seconds long. Of course, I got to play an ad. Nope. Show an ad. But anyways, here's a video.
Good afternoon.
The U.S. National Security Advisor took to the White House podium Friday with an urgent-sounding warning.
Any American in Ukraine should leave as soon as possible, and in any event, in the next 24 to 48 hours. We obviously cannot predict the future. We don't know exactly what is going to happen, but the risk is now high enough, and the threat is now immediate enough, that this is what prudence demands.
He warned that these Russian military exercises could quickly turn into an attack on Ukraine, possibly with bombings and missile strikes, and eventually a ground invasion. Russia has repeatedly denied it's intending to attack its neighbor, but with the current buildup of forces and equipment along the Russia-Ukraine border, the U.S. believes it could. And in another sign of urgency, a virtual meeting Friday morning between the U.S. president and his European allies, NATO, Canada, Poland, and Romania. Soon after, the Pentagon announced an additional 3,000 troops will be headed to Poland in the coming days, until nearly 2,000 that are already on the way, in addition to the 1,000 soldiers deployed to Romania.
Oh, man. Sorry, y'all. It's loading. It's kind of annoying, y'all. Hold on.
U.S. President Joe Biden says while troops will go to NATO countries, he's ruled out sending any into Ukraine if there is an invasion. Still, the U.S. insists there is still time to come to a diplomatic solution.
The administration has taken its concerns about Russia, very publicly, very earnestly, very forthrightly, and there's a potential reward here if Putin eventually takes an off-ramp and begins to de-escalate.
The White House has confirmed that President Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin will speak on the phone Saturday, a call that may provide a clearer picture of the likely path forward. Patty Culhane, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Okay. Americans should leave Ukraine within 48 hours, White House warns. The frenzy of telephone diplomacy. Earlier in the day, Putin spoke to his French counterpart, Emmanuel Macron, as part of the frenzy of telephone diplomacy that seems to have failed to ease tensions. Macron's office said both expressed a desire to continue dialogue, but like Washington reported, no clear progress. There's no sign of any real breakthrough, although it is significant that the two leaders are still talking. Says, I can't pronounce that name. It's the name of the news outlet that they have, Mike Hanna, reporting from Washington, D.C. Hanna said Biden and Macron are expected to speak later in the day. Washington and a host of European countries, along with Israel, cited to the growing threat of an Israel invasion, and they called on their citizens to leave Ukraine as soon as possible. The United Kingdom and the U.S. also pulled out most of their remaining military advisors while the U.S. Embassy ordered most of its KYIV staff to leave. Whatever that pronounce. I can't pronounce that. I just spelled it out. Dutch carrier KLM announced that it was suspending commercial flights to Ukraine until further notice. Russia on Saturday the ominous tone by pulling some of its diplomatic staff out of Ukraine. Hold on, let me. The foreign minister in Moscow said its decision was prompted by fear of possible provocations from its something regime. They got another video I'm gonna play for y'all, but let me. I'm trying to give it a full screen before anything, you know.
Joint Russian and Belarusian military exercises near the Ukrainian border. Up to 30,000 Russian soldiers and most of the Belarusian army are taking part in the 10 days of drills.
Sorry, y'all, it's loading. That's kind of annoying, man.
Including Moscow has around 100,000 troops stationed close to Ukraine's borders.
I think what I should do is I should pause this and wait for it to. Yeah, you see, that kind of got it done right there.
Ukraine invoked a clause from the so-called 2011 Vienna document, which is an international agreement on military transparency, and which Russia is signatory of, demanding Moscow provide detailed information and timeframes for military maneuvers. Several Western countries, including France, launched fresh diplomatic efforts this week to persuade Russia to back down. So far, those efforts have failed to bear.
Oh, damn. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to pause this right quick and wait for that to completely load up, so there won't be no more further interruptions as far as this video goes. Sorry, it's taking a moment to load up. But yeah, I'm going to try to continue this video.
Significant fruit. Moscow says its demand that there never be further NATO expansion east, including Ukraine, is being ignored.
What? I can't believe it, man.
Ukraine's foreign minister told Al Jazeera Russia's concerns are illegitimate and Ukraine would not concede to Moscow's demands.
Russia violated virtually every rule of international law related to security in the last years. So now it wants to impose on others the discussion that you guys are expanding NATO or doing something else, and that inflicts damage on my security. The last thing the West should do in response to that question is actually to agree to take this concern seriously. Instead, it's us, Ukraine and other countries who suffered from Russia's actions, should ask them a question. How will you, Russia, ensure your security without inflicting damage on our security?
New satellite images published by a private US company show what it says is new Russian military deployment near Ukraine's border.
Sorry, y'all. It keeps buffering. but it is getting good. It is a good video so far. It shouldn't be buffering because it's fully I really want to show y'all this video, but it's not letting me show it. But if it don't let me show it, I'm just going to continue reading.
Crisis, something Ukraine denies.
I do not rule out that Ukraine can attack at any time. They have everything ready. The concentration of forces and capabilities allows them to do it at any moment, as soon as there is a political decision.
Russia says it has no intention of invading Ukraine, but it says it will be forced to take unspecified military technical action if its demands are not met. Moscow's main demand is that Ukraine never becomes a NATO member, and that's something that the US and its NATO ally is a non-starter. Diplomatic efforts to defuse the crisis continue to fail. Charles Stratford, Al Jazeera, Kharkiv, eastern Ukraine.
Wow. Yeah, pretty much. Joey was right about that. Russia's military drills near Ukraine border raises invasion fears. The prospect of fleeing Western prompted, I can't pronounce that name, to issue an appeal to its citizens to remain calm. Right now, the people's biggest enemy is panic. Ukraine's president, I can't pronounce his name. I can't pronounce that name. Said on a visit to troops stationed near the Russian annexed some I can't pronounce that. Hold on, I gotta sneeze too. Damn. Damn shit. Okay. Several thousand Ukrainians braved the winter cold to march through, I can't pronounce that, in a show of unity amid the growing fears of war. The panic is useless Ukrainian, I believe, as the crowd waved Ukrainian blue and yellow flags and sang the national anthem. We must unite and fight for independence, adding to the already heightened tensions. The defense ministry on Saturday said that it had chased off a U.S. submarine that it alleged had crossed into its territorial waters near the Kuril Islands in the Northern Pacific. The ministry said it had summoned the U.S. defense attaché in Moscow over the incident, while the Pentagon said only it was aware of press reports. Right here it says Ukraine crisis, Russia. I can't pronounce that. Begin joint military drills, major joint military drills. But I'm gonna play this video for y'all. It's probably Rumble video anyways. Let me skip that ad. Hold on. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna wait until the video loads up completely before I play it, because all that buffering shit annoys the fuck out of me. Well, let me grab a joint out of my container. Y'all can't see me because I don't have my camera on. Sometimes I don't like to have my camera on, and other times I do like to have my camera on. And the only time I really like to have my camera on is when I'm sporting a shirt that I made. But anyways, I'm about to play this video, and I'm gonna dig through my container of weed roaches.
Russia flexing its military muscle just 50 kilometers from the Belarusian border with Ukraine. For weeks, troops have been arriving, even from Russia's far east, 10,000 kilometers away. It is clear that this is far bigger than previous military exercises. While Russian officials have not disclosed the number of soldiers involved, NATO speaks of 30,000.
Sorry, y'all.
If you consider that an invasion of a large territory like Ukraine is in Putin's interest, to have the chance to attack from the south, from Marine and Crimea forces, from the east, from Russian soil, and from the north, in a joint action of Russia and its ally Belarus. So militarily speaking, it couldn't be any better.
Footage released by Russia's Ministry of Defense showed tanks and missile launchers being used in the drills and military jets in the air. From the Belarusian border with Ukraine, it is less than a 2-hour drive to the capital, Kiev. Western leaders worry if this is a serious drill or a ploy for a real attack. For the next 10 days,
Sorry, y'all, it keeps
the world's
buffering.
eyes be on the largest Russian contingent on Belarusian soil in decades, a possible second front for Vladimir Putin, who makes use of the isolated and international weak position of his protege, Alexander Lukashenko. Lukashenko came under sanctions from the West after he was accused of election fraud and a violent crackdown on the opposition, while the Belarusian leader has always stressed independence of Belarus and refrained from condoning Putin's military actions in Crimea and eastern Ukraine. He has now turned to the Russian leader for help.
Military forces have always left Belarus after the end of an exercise. Right now there are more participants and the rhetoric is aggressive. I think Lukashenko's attitude is caused by his annoyance with the West and the fact it doesn't recognise him as a legitimate leader.
He believes Russian troops will eventually leave after the drills finish on February 20. Until then, speculation about the real purpose of this show of force will likely continue. Step Fasten, Al Jazeera in Minsk.
Oh, man. Sorry, y'all. I'm smoking this joint while I'm doing this live stream. But, yeah, let me continue down this right here. Any day now, Washington on Friday issued its most dire warning yet that Russia has assembled enough forces to launch a serious assault. Damn. Our view that military action could occur any day now and could occur before the end of the Olympics is only growing in terms of its robustness. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan warned. Ukraine leaders have been trying to talk down the prospects of an all-out war because of the damaging effect such fears were having on the country's teetering economy and public morale, actually. But the mood across the country remains remain tense. The mayor's office, I can't pronounce that, announced that it had prepared an emergency evacuation plan for the capital's 3 million residents as a precaution. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, I believe, I can't pronounce that name, is due to travel to, I can't pronounce that, on Monday, then visit Putin as Europe strive to keep lines of communication open with Moscow. Russia is seeking binding security guarantees from the West that include a pledge to roll NATO forces out of Eastern Europe and never expand into Ukraine. Washington had flatly rejected the demands while offering to discuss a new European disarmament agreement with Moscow. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Here's another video I'm going to play. Let me go full screen for y'all so y'all can see this shit.
Introducing.
Sorry, they had to play an ad, but I'm glad it got cut off too.
It's quite a strange feeling here because the world has paid all this attention to the country, miss often some of the news that's coming in about a looming invasion, and it's something that they've learned to live.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause it so that so we don't have that constant buffering. Besides, the buffering's way less when we do it like that.
To live with for so long, but underneath you scratch the surface, people open up and you see there really is a genuine concern. The question that everybody is asking is, will Russia invade? My name is Neil Sadler and I'm a freelance journalist for Al Jazeera in Ukraine, and between us I move from cautious optimism to extreme pessimism on whether Russia will invade Ukraine.
Hold on, it takes a while to freaking load up this video. Figure it's better to let the buffer go ahead of the video.
I think what's important to remember about this conflict is it didn't begin as conventional warfare. The Ukrainian army was in a terrible state in 2014 when the conflict began. And so it was volunteers, people who had no experience fighting before and had to just pick up a weapon and learn how to fight. The soldiers fighting right now, it's trench warfare. It's not the modern age warfare we imagine with drones.
It's gonna buffer, yep. I figured that. Sorry, I have to keep pausing the video.
Artillery fire. I spoke to a soldier, Vladimir. This was a tough guy, a tough soldier. He began slowly opening up, talking a little bit more about tactics and warfare. But slowly as we spoke, I discovered he had suffered this traumatic brain injury twice. He started to admit that maybe there was a mental health aspect to this. I said, what do you do with all these feelings? And then he just pointed at his chest and said, I hold it all in here. I tried to get in contact with him again, but I was told he's not in a good place. He's really struggling to adapt. Another forgotten aspect about this conflict is the children in Popasna. There was a young girl, she was 9 years old, called Karolina. She remembers the shelling back in 2014, taking shelter in this kind of makeshift bomb shelter that the family had created. And she is scared that it's going to happen again. As a father of three myself, when I was speaking to Karolina, I thought this is not something children should have to be thinking about. So I visited Kharkiv, which is located precariously close to the border with Russia. Now this is an incredibly important city for Ukraine, both economically, but also because it's a technological hub. I met one IT specialist. He was an avid motorcyclist, but when he realized that there was an increased potential for an invasion, he sold his bike and he bought a gun. And now he works with his computer, but by his side is his gun and his body armor, and he's ready to go. He says in 5 minutes he would be ready to defend his city. Kharkiv was mentioned by Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, as a potential first target for the Russians should they invade.
Я работала обычным менеджером, но сейчас я решила, что нужно все-таки защитить нашу страну, свой дом, свою семью.
The Ukrainian army is in a much better state than it was back in 2014 and 2015. But this is Russia we're talking about. So civilians have really taken it upon themselves to defend their city. This is not just about repelling an invasion of their city, but also bringing up a resistance movement if they were occupied. So right now, the troops have amassed around Ukraine's borders. The Americans are saying an invasion is imminent. The Ukrainian president has asked for calm. The soldiers I spoke to on the front line, they're just focused on the same thing, and that's the separatists on the other side in the other trenches. When they talk about the current tensions, they understand there's been an increase in tensions, but they can't afford to be distracted by this. That for them is another world. It's a world for politicians to deal with. For them, right now, it's just about the trenches. It's about the muddy slog, the everyday slog of having to fight and face these threats.
Doesn't sound like that's going to end well, you know. It really doesn't. Ukraine, Russia, the standoff. And that about covers the news for that. But yeah, it does sound like things are going to get real tense and real serious between Russia and Ukraine. Well, I gotta give props to my boy Joey for that information, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have known about that. I wouldn't have even came across that information. Mostly that's been in the Facebook feed on Facebook is freaking Joe Biden giving out crack pipes to the black communities and the minority communities, which is ridiculous. And he says it's all to promote racial equality. No, it's not. It's not to promote racial equality. And I wonder, hold on. Let me go to Gematria right quick. I'm going to share my screen too. Keep things interesting. I don't have to share the system audio, but I'm going to share my screen because I'm going to go over to Gematria right quick. Okay. Crack pipes. Okay. I'm doing a Gematria. 46 is a full reduction. Has a reverse full reduction of 53. Hold on, I'm just messing around with Gematria right quick. Black community has a full reduction of 54. That's kind of interesting. Let me check for prime numbers. Prime numbers, triangular numbers, Fibonacci numbers. Let me see. 81 is the square root of 9. Let's try 54. Ain't no, not trying to highlight that, but anyways, yeah. Try to spell it with the ES at the end. 62. Black communities is 62. A full reduction of 62. Has a reverse ordinal of 262. $100 is the square root of 10. But yeah. Hold on, let me do this cipher again. I was right to do crack pipes, right? Crack pipes. Crack pipes is 47. It's 47 and it has a gematria of, well, it has a full reduction of 47 and a reverse reduction of 61. 169 reverse ordinal is square root of 13. And yeah, 47 is the 15 prime number. Prime numbers can only be divided by 1 in themselves. But yeah, you got crack pipes. Got another one I want to try. Racial equality. Racial equality. Racial equality is 64. Not going to add that to the cipher. What? There's 154. $64 is the square root of 8. $89 is the 11th Fibonacci number and the 24th prime number. $24 is a reflection of 42, and apparently the meaning of life is 42. But yeah, you got that 47 cipher right here. Got this 89 right here. But yeah, I had to cover that. Let me check my notifications right quick. I don't know why I'm sharing that. Oh yeah, I already seen all that. I've already seen all that. But yeah, I didn't really get a lot of people to check me out, but hopefully somebody will come across this video. Just thought I'd update everyone on what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, a potential World War III update. I'm hoping to be live tomorrow and have a guest on my live stream. But anyways, like I was saying, I'm hoping to be live tomorrow and have a guest on my live stream. If not, then you know what it is. I'll be here. I'll be live tomorrow, probably the same time as usual. 9 o'clock, I believe. Not 9. I didn't do it at 9. I did it at 7. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just a little tired right now. I'm a little drained because I was preparing for this live stream tonight. I'm glad I got to cover the Russia-Ukraine crisis, and most importantly, I'm glad I got to do some gematria. I'm going to work more on the decode, and I'm going to start closing out other tabs that I'm using and go ahead and end the live stream. Hope to catch y'all at my live stream someday or sometime, whatever, like and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell and be notified when I have a video or when I'm usually live streaming. Lately, I've been live streaming. I haven't really been doing a video up to date, really. And I'd like to send a shout out to my boy Wayne. I'd like to send a shout out to my boy Jordan, Joey, Jordan and Joey, Darius, everyone at the Truth Click on Kick, and pretty much I'm trying to expand the Truth Click everywhere. Even potential Truth Click members, I give a shout out to you too. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and close this live stream, like and subscribe, and that's it, y'all. Truth Click Media out.